Interesting. One of our missing incantations is in Belurat, and we have to wear the Divine Lion head while talking to an NPC. This horn-sent grandam. So let's make our way over there. I think I remember this NPC. She should just be over here, actually. We had to open this door with a key. Yeah, here she is. Okay. Divine Beast Helm, but there's another one. Yeah, Beast Head. Okay. Then we gotta talk to her twice. I guess this is a clue because there's this Beast Head right here in this room. Oh, come on, don't tell me I missed it. Damn, yeah, I just looked it up, and apparently if you kill Mesmer, then you're locked out of getting that incantation. So we'll have to wait until Journey 7, sadly. So frustrating. We can, however, get the Spira incantation, starting from the first rise, Grace of Enir-Ilim. Yeah, it's over here for sure. Nice. Gotta do some tree parkour. We got a new incantation, Spira. Yeah, that's very cool. I love that. Having to go through the tree branches to get over here. We can check that out. Spira. Superior sorcery of the Tower Priests, wielded as an incantation of the spiral. Wrap one's arms together and hold them up to the heavens to summon a spiral of light that erupts at the enemy's feet. Column of light persists for as long as the button is pressed. The spiral is a normalized crucible current that one day will form a column that stretches to the gods. Beautiful. That'll leave us with 22 slots left to play with. And with that, that's all our incantations for now as well, until Journey 7. Alright, turning our attention to missing sorceries now. We're looking for Impenetrable Thorns, and it should be here in the Shadow Keep, not too far from the Dark Chamber entrance. Okay, yeah, down here. Nice. There it is. Trying to find this bat enemy that the guide was describing. Impenetrable Thorns, beautiful. Impenetrable Thorns, sorcery of those who abandoned the practice of incantations after devout faith rewarded them with only despair. The caster wounds their own flesh using impenetrable thorns grown from the shadow tree, which then sprout from the earth. This sorcery can be used repeatedly. The image of the twisted shadow tree is an edict. Denounce their ways, do them harm, for they have abandoned us. Next we're looking for massive putrescence from the Fissure Waypoint Grace and the Stone Coffin Fissure. Get out of here. Gross, a big pus blob. Okay, there's a platform here, nice. Beautiful. And then we can keep making our way down. I was going to try to make that whole jump, but thankfully we don't have to. Massive putrescence. Sorcery. Never been down here though, so I might as well explore a little bit. Actually, this part does look familiar. I feel like I've been here. No, maybe not, because there's a treasure I never got. This drops back down into this chamber. Yeah, I think that's all there is then. Massive putrescence. Sorcery originating from the putrid liquor of the stone coffins. Flings a great mass of putrescence that bathes its landing area in ghost flame. Charging increases potency. In an age long past, death was burned by ghost flame. Even the remains of tainted flesh were given equal treatment in death. With that, we now have 20 inventory slots left. And if I did everything for Count Ymir's questline correctly, there should be a final sorcery waiting for us near the Cathedral of Manus Meter. It's cool, this cathedral design here is what the cathedrals in Night Rain are based off of. Ooh, fingers crossed this is what we're looking for. Cherishing fingers. Yes, nice. A finger sorcery of Count Ymir, aspiring mother of fingers, surrounds the caster with a mesh of hefty fingers that wards all manner of projectiles, whether magical or physical in nature, away from the caster. Charging enhances potency. The dear fingers look after their mother, or perhaps that is merely what the mother wishes to believe. 19 inventory slots left until we start to overfill again. Just 3 sorceries left to pick up, which we'll have to work on in Journey 7. But for now we're going to move on to Ashes of War, starting with the Spinning Gravity Thrust. Okay, weird. After doing some research, it seems the Spinning Gravity Thrust is only available on a specific weapon. And it turns out the Palm Blast technique is tied to a specific weapon as well, so I started looking into this more because the next one on my list, Savage Claws, is also tied to this specific weapon, the Beast Claw. But I think if I were to change the Ash of War on the Beast Claw, I'll just put Kick on there. Standard. And I believe that Ash of War should appear in my inventory. Yeah, nice. So that's a secret way to get some of the Ashes of War. Damn, yeah, it looks like you can only put it on the Beast Claws. But it does come off the Beast Claws and appear as a unique item in our inventory, so for completionism's sake, I'm glad we did that. We can also do the same with the backhand blade, which we acquired recently, so we don't have to reread the description of the Ash of War. But if we put another Ash of War on, then we can get the blind spot Ash of War in our inventory. I'll just do any of these that I have a duplicate of, like Spinning Slash, sure, why not. We'll go standard again. There it is, blind spot, and you can see the exclamation mark as well, indicating that it's new. That's really cool. Secret, because there's no other way to get these things. So there's no other way you'd have this in your inventory with an exclamation if you didn't remove it from the weapon. The same process will apply to the Great Katana and the Overhead Stance Ash of War. So we'll remove that. Let's put double slash on there or something. Standard. And again, we've read this description and once we collected the Great Katana, so we don't need to reread it. It should be there in our inventory. Overhead Stance. 15 slots remaining. Let's keep it going. Next item on the list is the Carrion Sovereignty Ash of War. It's kind of in this area near Manus Meter. We're going to go from the Church District High Road. We gotta look for a cave and a beetle scarab. Ah, hopefully this is it. Yeah, this is it, for sure. Ash of War, Carrion Sovereignty, beautiful. Take a look at that description. This Ash of War grants an armament, the magic, affinity, and the following skill. Carrion Sovereignty, skill passed down the Carrion royal family. Transform blade into a magical greatsword and bring it down. Additional input follows up with a horizontal sweep. Charge either attack to enhance potency. Usable on swords, colossal weapons accepted. And the last Ash of War we're looking for today is Shield Strike. It's on this dueling shield. So we should be able to remove that. And I guess I'll just put no skill on for now. Standard. There it is with the exclamation mark, Ash of War Shield Strike. The rest of the Ash of Wars we will have to get on Journey 7. So we're moving on to the next category, which will be cookbooks. It's quite a large number. I wasn't expecting there to be so many outstanding cookbooks, but that's cool. That means a lot more craftable items as well. And we may actually run out of inventory space again while collecting them. We'll see how it goes. See if it's possible to get them all. And we'll see if they count towards the inventory cap. First one we're going for is Igon's Cookbook Volume 2 on a cliff east of Jagged Peak mountainside. Ooh, this place is rough. Ooh, that's probably it right there. Stupid lightning fire slugs. Keeping me from my treasure. Perfect. Igon's Cookbook Volume 2. A record of crafting techniques left by a warrior who challenged the vile dragon Baal, only to be grievously injured and broken by fear. Contains details on how a mere mortal can fell a mighty dragon. Acquire the knowledge to craft the following: Dragon Communion Flesh. Excuse me, it's quite rude, I'm trying to read. Damn, I was hoping I could knock them off the edge with that. I feel like I just have to kill them out of spite now. Alright. Mission accomplished. For the Finger Weaver's Cookbook Volume 1, looks like we're going to be heading to Finger Ruins of Rhea, and should be somewhere under this Grand Altar of Dragon Communion overpass. There's actually a whole, like, shack that we didn't find. The Finger Weaver's hovel should be down there somewhere. I thought I explored this place pretty thoroughly with Realmer, but I guess I never came up to this area with the trees. Yeah, this doesn't look familiar. I don't think I ever came up here. Aha, that looks like a shack. Finger Weaver's hovel? Finger Weaver's hovel. What's this NPC saying? Aha! My theory is proven true. The Finger Creepers hail from these ruins. So now must I sound this one hanging bell. And sweetly cradled shall I come to be at the bosom of the exalted mother. Nice, that's a hint about the hanging bells, which I never found, but we figured out the hanging bell secret anyways. There's the Finger Weaver's Cookbook Volume 1, exactly what we were looking for. A record of crafting techniques left by a determined student of the Finger Ruins. His brush with the sublime all but shattered his mind, though he was left capable enough to leave these few precious words: acquire the knowledge to craft the following: Glinting Nail. We'll look around and see if there's anything else significant back here. Nice, we got some bears, we got some beautiful blue cerulean flowers. Whoa, bud. Easy. We're missing the Greater Potentate Cookbooks, Volumes 4 and 11, so we'll track those down. Number 4 should be easy to find, east of Manus Meader. Here's some marionettes. Here we go, this must be it. Yep, Potentate 4. Damn, looks like we have to head back to Belurat Gaol for this one. I already had to go back in here. Now we've got to go in for a third time. I've got to make my way down pretty far to the Jar Labyrinth. Okay, yeah, this is the Jarkor one. So looks like we're going into Jarkor one final time. We learned our lesson to take this guy out before he chases after us. Then we got this asshole right here. Alright, sweet. So the cookbook should be down in this labyrinth somewhere. Jar Labyrinth. Whoa, crazy. Yeah, tucked away in this corner and I just never found it. Potentate 11. Beautiful. Potentate 4 and 11, that brings us down to 9 remaining inventory slots. We can read both these descriptions. Greater Potentate's Cookbook, Volume 11, a record of crafting techniques of the Greater Potentates who roamed lands near and far. Haunted by the grotesque practice of his village of birth, he stuffed great pots with all manner of things. Acquire the knowledge to craft the following: the Hefty Freezing Pot. Number 4, the item description will be the same, except we get the Hefty Magic Pot as a craftable material. Good stuff. And it looks like it's back to the Scorpion River Catacombs for the Ancient Dragon Knights Cookbook Volume 2. Oh man, this place is rough. This is the one with the Death Blight Basilisk eyes. This is where I was farming hatchets earlier, forked tongue hatchets. We gotta go back into the depths and find this cookbook. Damn, that got sketchy. Got a message appraisal though, that helps. And I'm gonna get rid of that lizard greatsword immediately, since we already have plenty of them. Getting close to this cookbook, I'm not taking any chances. I also never got that treasure up there. I'm going to equip my rejuvenating ballistas just in case I'm close to getting death blighted by those eyes. We'll just keep an eye on our meter. 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 We'll just keep an eye on our meter I think it's in this room. Also, how do I get up there? I'm supposed to drop off the bridge somewhere. I guess just right here. Yeah, I see a chest we haven't plundered right there. Nice, the Ancient Dragon Knights Cookbook Volume 2. That's what we've been looking for, but we did see a couple other secrets in this place that we never got. Yeah, here's one of them. Rejuvenating boluses, we'll take those. And it looks like that's the other one. Yeah, the area where we couldn't get up. Broken ruins. Nice. Alright, all mysteries in this place officially solved. And our new crafting book, The Ancient Dragon Knights Cookbook Volume 2, a record of crafting techniques of the ancient dragon knight who followed Godwyn's golden knights into the realm of shadow. Acquire the knowledge to craft the following: Dragon Bolt Grease and Drawstring Dragon Bolt Grease. It's finally time to return to the Abyssal Woods for the Mad Craftsman's Cookbook Volume 3. Should be near the Divided Falls, which is right here. Sweet. It's funny, when I was looking around earlier, I kind of realized I never checked up on this side of the falls. This might be where it is. Yep, this looks to be a special item right here. Mad Craftsman's Cookbook Volume 1. Nice. Yeah, I explored all over there and I was thinking, I wonder if there's anything on this side. And I meant to come back over here, but then I just didn't bother. It's funny, that's exactly where that last treasure was. Mad Craftsman's Cookbook Volume 1. A record of crafting techniques left by a craftsman who served Midra, master of the manse, and Nanaya, its lady. His eyes were burned by the flame of frenzy. Acquire the knowledge to craft the following: Frenzied Flame Pot and Roped Frenzied Flame Pot. And I think we're down to 7 inventory slots left now. Now we'll go find the Gravekeeper's Cookbook Volume 2. Right at Charo's Hidden Grave. Should be pretty easy to find, I just didn't look around enough when I first arrived here. Yeah, it's somewhere around the water here. Nice, it looks like my regen almost completely negates the poison damage I'm receiving. Not quite, but almost. Wow, it took me a while to find this one because it's nowhere near where the description said, but it should be it. Yeah, Gravekeeper's Cookbook Volume 2. Excellent. A record of crafting techniques of the Gravekeepers who watch over those who rest in the realm of shadow. Acquire the knowledge to craft the following: Polter Stone. That's weird. My horse just disappeared automatically on me. And now this sign is saying no horse ahead. So weird. It doesn't happen if I go here. As soon as you touch that wall. Yeah, this whole wall. What's with this wall? I guess because it's technically part of Castle Ensis if you get too close to the wall. It's just a boundary issue from the developers. Not a big deal, but a fun little glitch wall right there. Yeah, same thing up here. I've been looking for the Forager Brood cookbooks, volumes 1 through 7, and I may be locked out of them on Journey 6 because I didn't follow Moore's questline properly. There's a lot of questlines I didn't follow properly because I was just adventuring around, having fun, not really thinking about NPCs or questlines. Journey 7, we're going to be looking all that stuff up and taking it very seriously. Make sure we get all the quests accomplished, all the items that we didn't get a chance to acquire here on Journey 6 during our first DLC playthrough. Yeah, there's supposed to be an NPC over here that gives it to you. It looks like I probably missed out for Journey 6. Yeah, there should be another NPC here where I should be able to get Forager Cookbook Volume 2. But obviously it's not around, so we definitely missed out on that questline this time around. And all those cookbooks and all the items that come along with them, but it's all good, it just gives us something else to work towards on Journey 7. We're closing in on the end goal of collecting all our outstanding unique items here on Journey 6, and we're very close to being able to move on to Journey 7. Which is pretty sweet.